All right, so what we got here is we got our drive, bass, mid, treble, and channel volume. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set everything to noon, so that way you can kind of get a general idea of what it is to start with as far as a guitar amplifier. Now this one is a Line 6 Spider 3 15 watt. It's one I've had in my collection for a while. I've owned a couple of them, and they work pretty good for just a practice amplifier. So this is on the metal setting. At the drive set to noon, bass, mid, treble. And we'll go ahead and keep the channel volume relatively high so that way it still has a good response. So this is with everything at noon. And I'm going to play an open note and I'm going to adjust the mid range just so you can see what that does. Okay, and then I'm going to turn down the treble. Now I'm going to turn down the bass. See? And they're pretty straightforward. Bass, mid, and treble, you got your high, medium, and low. Now what I usually like to do is I'll set the mids roughly about 11 o'clock or between 10 and 11 o'clock. The bass I usually like to set around either noon or 1 o'clock and roughly about the same as the treble. Now with drive, it all depends on your amplifier and what you're going for. If you want a heavier sound, you turn your drive up and that's what gets you that chunk. You know, but if what you want is more of a cleaner and prettier setting, you'll hit the clean, and then when it comes to that, you want to turn your drive as low as possible. Now what I like to do is have a nice, as clean as I could possibly get it clean. But also what I like to do is add a little chorus to it. So I'm just going to go back to my preset. And what that is I got a little chorus and a little delay on it. And it sounds nice and pretty like that. So chorus, phaser, flange, stuff like that, it'll really bring out a pretty part of your tone as far as clean stuff goes. And delay really accentuates stuff. And plus for, more bluesy type stuff, it works as well. It really adds a little bit of an emote to it. Now, also for you guys that tend to like a little more of a kind of like a AC/DC type sound, the crunch is more what you're going to go for. Which is kind of like metal in a sense, but the drive is substantially lower. In fact, I think I have the distortion setting on this. But also, there's a setting here called Insane, which it acts similar to that of a 5150. But that's just kind of a rough overview of this amplifier. But also, one thing you want to bear in mind that when you get an amplifier, these three controls here, these are the ones that you're going to want to monkey with first. because that is really how you find the sweet spot of the amplifier. And the key thing is start with them all pointed up or 12 o'clock. Now, that's one thing I apologize I should have mentioned before. But just like the hands of a clock, that's how they'll typically say how to adjust things in guitar magazines and stuff: 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and so on. So, bearing that in mind, you'll end up with a pretty nice tone and a general idea of how to actually set up your amplifiers. And now that we've all gotten that taken care of and everything, I'm going to let you go and go on ahead and monkey with your amps, little people. You'll enjoy it. Bye-bye.